out.
I don't know if you knew, but the one of the City of Calgary things that's on the plate is to put a high-speed rail between Calgary and Banff. And so, like, a lot of people that come to Calgary are actually going to Banff. They're only landing in Calgary, but then they're going to Banff. And so it's been on the table for a number of years to put in a high-speed train to Banff. So I don't know if it's good or bad. It's probably not good for Calgary. It would be, and I don't even know if it's good for Banff, to be honest.
I believe it probably would be good because, first of all, it would... not many people would drive there. It's the bigger thing because even parking there, and I feel bad for people who lives in Banff. I mean, imagine I live there. It's supposed to be peaceful.
Yeah, it's not.
Like
very busy.
And now it's like cars everywhere, people everywhere. Yeah. I mean, of course, it's tourist area, but still, there's local people who live there, and there's really so many cars. I even don't know how Banff can have it all.
Yeah, I think they were talking about doing I could be totally off track, but I think they were talking about having a pedestrians only time frame or something in Banff where they would make it so you had to walk. I don't know what.
But at the same time, how do we drive there? So I'm stressed not because I'm stressed because I cannot drive through Banff.
Yeah.
And find parking anymore. So I do go to Banff for like hot springs because there you definitely find parking on, Or I hike that Sulphur Mountain.
Yes. Yeah.
And have nice lunch on top and buffet.
Yeah.
Like
nice and like expensive.
Like fancy hike, I would say.
Yeah.
But hot springs, I love hot springs. So I go usually to Banff. Or if I'm not lazy to drive further, I go to Radium.
Yeah.
When the road in winter.
Yeah,
wintry.
I wonder if I'd be able to remember it. Like if you're into hot springs, there's actually like when I was a kid, my dad, I don't know, my mom and dad were super into hot springs and we would like take these weekend vacations and we'd go places. And there was this one hot spring. We'll have to look it up. But, it's going to hit me at some point. It's in BC and it's on the other side of a lake. So it's hard to get to. Oh, it's just like right on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, the cool part about it is that it's very, it's not like a pool. So it's not like, ceramic tiles and everything like that. They have a cave that you walk into. And it's really cool because you walk way into the cave and it's very, very neat. I can't remember the name of it suddenly.
I actually, when I drove through BC, like back roads, I love back roads.
Yeah.
I Googled and I found there was wild hot springs.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't try it, but I drove by and it was super busy there, of course. But I'm like, wow. It's just like white horses impressed me. Same, I'm like, oh my God, wild hot springs. Yeah. It's like mountain jacuzzi,
Yeah. So this is kind of funny. Have you been to Fairmont?
Yeah.
Fairmont. So it's just basically you go south on 93.
I don't remember.
So you go into BC and then you just go south. So Fairmont is it's a well-known hot spring. It's kind of close to Panorama, and Radium it's the north end, and you just go from Radium south.
Oh yeah, I know Fairmont, but I never was there.
So here's the funny story. I've probably never told anyone this, so and I'll embarrass my brother, but I won't say which brother. So we go to Fairmont, and Fairmont's got a really nice hot spring, which is a pool, and it's all like has a lane pool, diving tank, and a hot tub. And then it has some of the original buildings from when the hot springs were originally discovered. And they're just like piled up rock buildings with a roof. And, it's very, very basic. But there's like basically 3 rooms. And each one of those rooms has little more than a bathtub essentially kind of buried into the rock. And so my brothers and I were there one time and we went up to go see the original hot springs, which is kind of a fun thing to do as a tourist. And the way it played out was my brother was walking in front of me as we're walking up to this building. And so I'm watching him walking up, and then he turns and looks inside the building, and then he dead stops. And it's like, what's going on? Like I could tell there's something up. And so then I get up to where he's at, and there was a woman fully naked in there in the tub. She had no clue that someone was going to show up. And it was, I don't know, he was probably just a early teenager or maybe not a teenager, and he's getting this, whoa. It was pretty great.
I know in Europe they have some sort of spa where you're completely naked. Yeah. But I never knew Canada had that.
Well, I don't think it's advertised that way. I think it was she just felt like she was alone and she could do whatever she wanted at that moment. But
you're never alone anymore in Canada. No. We have people everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but it was probably a bad experience for one and a good experience for the other. So,